This meeting today unanimously decided. It was attended by more than 100 people, members, and 40 over NGOs were here today, and unanimously accepted that we support the move. That, however, we have urged both sides, both the government and the opposition of the state, to rethink the whole thing and probably urge leaders to have better consultations within themselves. Try and solve this amicably. That is our prayers and our hope. At the same time, many of our members who attended this meeting were most unhappy with the way the sort of things which have been going, raising up the sensitive issues. We only hope that all these will be resolved. And we urge the government, whether federal government or the state government, to see that the problems created are not sort of aggravated. They should be resolved amicably, so that that is one thing. The other thing is we have also decided that we will establish a legal caucus, calling all our NGOs to send, if they have, legal people to form a legal caucus so that they could assist temples and other Hindu NGOs, Hindus facing whatever problems. And this was generally agreed upon, unanimously agreed upon, that we do that to assist on legal matters. Then we also have decided to have special prayer at this section 19 temple, the present site. You know, one very interesting thing happened. Last Friday, about 30 Muslims, many from Sisters of Islam and other organizations, some legal people as well, visited the temple last Friday night while the puja was going on. They brought in flowers and so on. They went into the temple while the puja was on, and after the puja they received the garlands and the prasad, they call it, some sweets and so on, and then sat down on the temple and had a very good dialogue. And this gave some inspiration to the temple officials and the devotees. Said that here are some 30-odd Muslims who came, and they were very friendly, and they have also got back to the temple lately, that they wish to follow up later. So that, at the same time, I think along this time, many of us have had many Muslim friends of ours who feel that a lot of these things are going on too long, that things should be solved amicably. So it is our hope that further we also have decided to have an event to go to the Minister of Home Affairs office and to hand a note of protest because no action has been taken on some reports made throughout the country of certain things which have ridiculed the community. See, we see that every time they say that there is action and no action has been taken. We are always of the view. I think today Tan Sri Kotsu Kun made a very good statement. He said that the police must be seen to be fair and should not be seen to be doing on similar activities on two different types of action. I think that is a very welcome statement by Tan Sri Kotsu Kun, and our appeal is that our guardians of security in this country act in a very fair manner. That is our wish and our hope. And we are all pledged here to see that everything is done according to law, and we'll follow all our requests and urging the government for our rights in a very peaceful way. So I think that was generally what was discussed. We have we actually was of that opinion all the while. But when the group of I don't know who went into the compound, built half the compound of the temple, put a wall round, and threatening way, sometimes they told, don't have puja on this time when we are having activity there. I believe it is some Pavaris group. Is that? I'm not very sure. It is a group. They fence a place, they slaughtered cow, knowing fully well that Kanduri, it is just beside, in the original temple compound. And the loudspeaker blaring from a house every time the bell rings of the house, of the temple. You see? And all that was enough torture. If the temple wants to stay in section 19, we are all for it. We are all for it. But I don't think that group has stayed there to experience the mental torture and strain. But if the temple wants to stay there, their condition is that all the barriers there must be removed, the temple must be fenced, and all the threatening activities which are going on must cease. Then only they will ever consider. There are many other organizations. We are not going to stop them from expressing their views.
And what Hindu Defense Forum is calling for is basically Malaysians as of right demand recognition of their place of worship. And this temple is in existence for 106 years. So they are not at all wrong. Why these people should not have their own land given to them to build a temple and practice their religion in accordance with the constitution and the laws of Malaysia. So that is their basic and fundamental question. So the federal government and the state has full obligation to guard this community from any form of harassment being posed by anybody. So that guarantee must come from the federal government and the state. So we are all in favor of these people securing the same place and living in coexistence and practicing the faith that they want to. So the question ideally we are seeking is there should be fear from doing all this. So anyone who come there and pose fear to these people should be tackled in the first instance, and that did not take place for the last 51 years. So that's what the temple chairman has been just explaining, that we are living in some kind of like in ICU, day in, day after. Why are we living like this in our own country? Development came after independence, but they were in existence for 50 years prior to the independence.
No.
So this is the whole issue. Therefore, Hindu Defense Forum, Malaysian Hindu Sangam, or the Malaysia Hindu Sangam, or non-governmental organizations all over the country are echoing the same thing but in different words.
We are carrying this for years, and we wish that they care for us as well. Tolerance should be thrown out, understanding should be brought in. Tolerance should be thrown out and understanding should be brought in.